All right, welcome back, everyone. Running out of storage, overwhelmed by spam, or worried about your privacy? Well, Kevin Clark talks us through cleaning up your digital space. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning, Dwayne.
Hi, Kevin. Good morning.
Good morning, baby.
Yeah, the bass, man, you carry on the bass now, your voice quick. I like that. I
Lord.
like that. All right, in this age, this day and age, the digital age, people are worried because you see what's happening with WhatsApp and sharing data. How and why is it important that people clean up their digital space?
Well, I would give it the 2021 answer, money. The fact is, companies are selling storage. So when you run out of storage, you will have to buy. So that's the simplest, most economical reason why you should keep up with it. There are a number of other reasons, but that's the most important one. If you use up all of it, you will have to pay, and the prices vary. So that's the key thing I think people should keep in mind when it comes to storage and how much they're using.
Yeah, but if I'm storing all my data in a cloud or something and people can't get access to it, that's my worry. I'm sure everybody's worried about that. If I put all of my personal data into that, well, how may I manage that?
Yeah, so and that's a reasonable fear to have because you really don't know how the cloud is being secured. And we have seen recent history where companies that are taking people's data on trial basis of security software. So there's a lot of stuff that is going on that you don't know. So I think that it's something that you must be concerned about. So one of the better ways to not have to worry about what's in the cloud is sometimes limiting what you put there and store some things somewhere physically instead of having it all in the cloud. And again, remember that you're paying for this security, that you're not sure about whether or not it's good enough to store your private data.
You know what usually gets me kind of out of it's like you're there, you see some things pop up in your inbox and you're like, but I've never subscribed to this platform before. I've never subscribed to this, and all of a sudden it's now in my inbox. How does that work?
Well, it's happening even more now because we're doing everything online. So you go to a conference and they say, yeah, sign up for this free conference. And a lot of those conferences that we probably used to have to pay and get a ticket and fly to are now free. But the catch is your data is what they're selling to the people who they sell the space to be at these conferences. So I remember signing up for a conference some months ago and I went there and now I'm still getting emails from the different companies that were there. I don't know what I signed or what I agreed to, but they are sending me emails. So now, because we're doing so much stuff online, everybody needs to have access to our emails now more than ever, because that's the way they can get to us. We can't go anywhere. Yeah. So they need your email. And once they get it, they're sending you everything.
Yeah, I like
you to buy.
Yeah, I like the point you raised about we're not able to travel anywhere, so they need our data, they need our information, and the cost isn't free now because you give up your freedom in a sense.
You're the product.
Yeah, you're the product. But my question is, how do I declutter? Because I'm a person, if you come check my laptop, you see things I have on it. I've searched from like 2014.
Well, the first tip I would give to anybody is when you're signing up for anything, check the notification settings to ensure that you can control what they send to you, because the default setting sometimes is they send you everything by email. Twitter is a good example. Anybody who signed up for a Twitter account today, they will start getting everything on Twitter. Who follows you, who you should follow, somebody who is saying something interesting, you will just get a barrage of emails. So the first thing to do is check the notification settings to prevent those emails from coming to you in the first place. And once you've done that, the next thing I would tell people to do is check their own subscriptions, stuff that they have deliberately subscribed to, and kind of get an idea of what these emails are and are they important to you? Because you might have signed up for a nice magazine 2 years ago, you're no longer interested in it, but you're still getting the emails. Do a check every year and see if it's adding value to your life and get rid of them, because a lot of that happens. And people, instead of dealing with it, they just completely ignore it and it just builds up and it builds up. So those are two things I think people should do. Check the notifications so you prevent the emails first, and then unsubscribe from the ones that they don't want.
Yeah, I don't know how you're a machine manager, you know, because mine would have been crying out long time to delete things. Kevin, has this ever happened to you before, though, where you're looking at something, maybe you searched for it online, and then when you go on a social media platform, it pops up as a promotion or something? So, and sometimes you even just think about it, you know, you think about it, and it's just there, like they're reading your minds.
Yes, Amazon does this to me a lot, and just by searching for something on Google, and you come across an ad for it immediately. Or again, I hear the thing about people saying they thought about it and they saw it, but you did something parallel to it to tick off the machine. You may have said something on your phone. It's listening. So there are all of these things that happen, and this happens because it's supposed to prompt you to make purchases. So it's not something that is supposed to just be, tracking you, but there's a purpose to it. You're supposed to buy. So you see that shirt and you keep seeing it, and then after a while you're going to search for it. And even if you don't buy that shirt, you buy one that is your size and your color, but it was caused by that email or by that ad that you saw. So that's why it's so good to get rid of some of these subscription emails and spam emails, because they also have trackers in them. And even what you click on in that email will determine what's the next ad that you see. So it's all connected.
Kevin, you just said them all listen. That's all. You said a lot of things, but that's the only thing I heard that kind of stood out.
Yeah, man.
When you said that they're listening, what does that mean?
Well, and in the world where people now have digital personal assistants in everything that they do, right? The assistants themselves there is a limit where they are listening because they have to hear your command. I mean, you tell Google to wake up and you say, hey, Google, okay, well, it would have had to be listening to have heard you say, hey, Google, to start. So there is something there. We know, unfortunately, have to trust these companies to know or trust them and believe that they are not listening to what they're not supposed to. And we have seen cases where someone's ring security camera in their house was hacked into by somebody else and was watching their child. So there are gaps in all of this technology that we surround ourselves with. And we just have to be as mindful as possible. Google has a notification thing where it can actually tell you when to pay your bills. So I had to turn it off because it kept creeping me out. So weeks after I paid the bill, I'm getting something from Google saying, oh, your bill needs to be paid. And I was more offended than shocked because I'm saying I paid that weeks ago. So why are you telling us? So they're reading, the AI is reading everything. They are checking your emails. They are trying to tell you that this is spam and this is not, but I don't trust it. So for example, one of the tips I have too is to get rid of the categories that Gmail creates and says spam and social or whatever. I got rid of them because apart from the fact that it's giving you more work, dividing your inbox into 4 separate inboxes, it's also having to check and determine whether this is valuable to you or not, right? And I know people who unfortunately have lost job offers because they have their job offers came in and was designated to spam, and they never checked it. So I don't depend on AIs to determine what should be important to me. I let it go to spam and I check the spam every time, because you never know what they might decide is bad for you. Very and true. Send it there, and you don't get access.
Yeah, but there are some times when I've been very, very grateful for the spam, because some messages that come to me about me have family in this region that need help. I need me to send money, go give them. Money. Or me, you understand?
Yeah, for the most part, it works. But there's those things that slip through sometimes. They're being extra cautious. It slips through, and no matter how much time it takes some people to spam, their email still goes there. But I don't know what the AI gets up and say, you know what, everything to spam today. I don't know.
It got up in a mood.
I spam and say delete everything. I have to look. You never know what slips through.
Yeah, the AI get up in a mood one day. Say, you know what, I can't do this. Just
everything.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you very much for all of that, guys. Kevin Clark. Kevin, give them your social media handle, please, so that they can follow you.
Sure. Okay, my social media handles are Kev to the C on Twitter and Instagram, and you can also subscribe to the blog, Kevin O'Brien, KEVINOBRYAN.com.
All right, thank you so much, Kevin Clark. Tackle that mess, guys, the unseen mess. That was communication and marketing specialist Kevin Clark. Soon come back. Make sure that you just declutter in the meantime, right? Let me just check my phone right now, cause